associate director.
Oh, okay.
Associate director for the TV program, and then just here I'm half-time associate director, the other half-time it's like medical director.
Good. So basically what I will talk to you about is your own personal opinion on medical male circumcision. So on what you think, and be very brief in terms of its effectiveness and how you see it. How have people been, responding to it? There are some fears that most probably the foreskin is used for making spice, or the foreskin is used for witchcraft. So I think those are some of the things that you can address and say, okay, this is what people believe in, and the resistance that is there.
Okay.
Yeah. So first, my question is, what do you think about medical male circumcision?
So I think it has been proven that it is effective in preventing HIV. I think myself, I don't doubt a lot about this. I think it has been shown effective. The problem is like it has been shown effective in studies, but sometimes the reality, it's not as the studies. The studies are certain settings, and many times they are not the same as real life.
So what is the problem in real life? What is the problem?
So I think there are, in one side there are a lot of misbeliefs. The people think that the foreskin can be used for other purposes, from like witchcraft to trading. It can, sometimes they were saying that it's even sent to the States and used for other things. And the other thing is like, the feeling is like it's something, it's not from this culture, it's something very outside there. So it's I feel it's very difficult to suddenly decide like a whole country is gonna change the culture just because somebody says that maybe it prevents it prevents the HIV. When even people don't talk openly about HIV because there is still a lot of stigma.
So there are also some youngsters who do not want to be tested for HIV before they go for circumcision. So why should people be tested before they go for the circumcision process?
So the rationale is like people who, if you are already HIV negative, the benefit of the circumcision is not there. But there was a lot of discussion because many people were thinking that that would create a stigma. So it would mean like if you are circumcised, you are HIV negative. If you are not circumcised, that would be HIV positive. So the rationale, I think it makes sense, like if you are already HIV positive, you don't have so much protection, but all those things create a lot of stigma and creates a lot of barriers.
And the big question is, how to dispel the rumor that the foreskin is taken to America or the foreskin is being used for witchcraft? How do you dispel that kind of myth?
I think they need like leadership from upper levels. They need public people that can speak openly, and if they really think that that's something good for Swaziland, they should promote. But there has been no big figure, nobody like really known that has been leading the movement. So everybody was saying it's good, do it, but probably I will not do it.
So now how best can the Swazi people, or let me say the Swazi government, push for people to be circumcised? Because we see that there is a lot of resistance. What should happen?
For me, it's example. They need to go and circumcise themselves. If they think that that's good, they need like role models or people that are really, really willing to do it.
But do you think that is workable?
Yes. I don't know. I think there are so many cultural issues. It's also sometimes it's the feeling that there is another nation that is imposing the Swazis how to live and how to behave. So it's complicated.
So then, at the end of the day, the big question is, what is the way forward in all these kind of complicated issues surrounding medical male circumcision? So what's the way forward?
So one of the things is, one of my feelings is like they have put a lot of efforts in the current generation, but that generation has already taken their decision. So they know about HIV, they've learned how to live with it. So I have the feeling that they need to fight for the younger generation. The younger generation is more open to be circumcised. I think like the mothers are more open to circumcise their kids to prevent them to have in the future HIV. But the current generation, they've already decided, like this is what they are living with, and the HIV, they've learned to live with it or to deal with it. So I'm not. I think they need to think a little more in the future and work with the younger generation so they can be circumcised, and hopefully that generation will prevent a lot of HIV infections.
Now, looking at issues to do with women, we know that there are some women who are resisting this circumcision, saying that the male organ may fail at the end of the day, or a person can become impotent. So now, is that justifiable to say if the guy goes for an operation, the organ may fail, and then the marriage is over?
I think there is a lot of myth there. I think it's not real. Like the circumcision doesn't necessarily has an effect. The problem is like the myth. It's so difficult to break down those myths. Like you need to teach, you need to learn people, but it's so difficult to convince. There is no. I don't know how to break that barrier.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you for the interview.
Okay, thank you.
I really appreciate it. Yeah?
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, yes.
How long you will be in Zanzibar?
Oh no, I think up to next Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so good luck with your project. You want to put everything together? Or what?
Yeah, I want to put everything together before I leave.
Okay.
So I'm just doing pieces here.